where he's spoken about the need to bring in signings. And I've got to say I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm a little bit late because I wanted to make sure that what I'm about to say is accurate. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with the way this football club is being run. And just because we're up for sale doesn't mean that you can't be angry and disgusted. And I am disgusted. Really not happy. Arsenal in the last 2 days have backed Arteta with a squad that's quite similar to ours. The first 11's good, but the bench and everything else really probably isn't the quality needed to win a title. So Arsenal in the last couple of days have bought Trossard. They've just spent 20 million euros on a centre-back. Arsenal are no richer than us. Arsenal are in, exactly the same position as us. They're exceeding with a good manager and a good side, and they're backing him so that they can achieve their goals in May. What are Manchester United doing? We're getting low knees from Burnley. And that's not Weghorst's fault, it's not Ten Hag's fault, and it's certainly not your fault, and it's certainly not the squad's fault. But we know, this is not a, I have to make this clear. This is why I'm late, right? I have to make this clear. It's got nothing to do with the sale. Nothing to do with the sale. Absolutely nothing to do with the sale. This is Manchester United's strategy. It's nothing to do with the sale. It's got nothing to do with the injury. John Murtagh, in October, said basically, we're planning for the summer, we don't want to spend in January. We weren't even up for sale in bloody October. We didn't have any injuries in October. Don't give them excuses about sales and injuries. They were planning on not doing anything in January because this is the way this football club's run. We've done it for years. Oh, January's difficult. It's a difficult market to work in. Well, it's really difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult to buy players in January. Chelsea bought half a team. Arsenal bought 2 players in 2 days. Oh, it's so difficult to do. Yeah, only desperate clubs do things in January. Yeah, top of the league. Top of the league Arsenal have bought 2 players. They look really desperate. I tell you what, they look really intelligent. They look really intelligent, capitalising on a season that is ridiculously tiring. Fatigue is going to be a factor. Injuries are going to be a factor. They're top of the league. They've got the chance to do something historic, and they're adding to that squad. Well done to Arsenal Football Club. Well done to Arteta for having a board that will back him. But unfortunately, Ten Hag, who is also doing something amazing and can deliver something amazing, could deliver us trophies, could deliver us top 4, could even deliver us a title, some people think. Well, he can't do that with a low knee from bloody Burnley, can he? Because he's not being backed. Disgusting. I think it is absolutely disgusting. And unfortunately, it's only what many of us feared. That we'll get ourselves into a position and then United will put the handbrake on. And effectively, I feel like that's what they've done. So before we get into Ten Hag's press conference, I just want to say that John Murtagh said this in October and in January. We're planning for next summer. We're planning for next summer. That's what we're doing. As always, the main focus remains on the summer window, and we're already well underway with planning for the summer. January is a difficult time to find players that teams are willing to let go. It's no secret that we're looking for a centre forward. We'll see what's possible in January, but we only want to bring in players who are good enough. I mean, I just love this line. January's a difficult time to find players that teams are willing to let go. No, it's not, mate. You're just not very good at your job. That's the truth. It is not difficult to get players in January, as has been proved last January, the January before that, and this January. And as always, this is a direct quote, the main focus remains on the summer window. As always, we're well underway planning for the summer. Why are you obsessed by the summer transfer window? What? Are you thick? Are you just not with it? Is football not for you? We've just lost a player for the rest of the season in Donny van der Beek. Dalot's been injured twice since the World Cup. Martial's on his 5th injury. And you're sat there putting statements out about the summer. We're planning for the summer. If you're planning for the summer in October and January, you're not planning for the season you're in. We're always looking ahead. There's always an excuse. And the great thing about looking ahead is it saves you money. The time is now. Snooze, you lose. And we're bloody snoozing again. And I'm not blaming the sale of the club because he was talking about this in October. We have no intention of spending any money in January. There was never any intention of spending money in January. It wouldn't have mattered if we were relegated or top of the league. They didn't want to spend money in January. And they've cut me off. They've cut me off. They're sabotaging me. They're trying to silence me. Don't let them silence me. Refresh. Don't let them silence me. Disgusting. They're trying to silence Goldbridge because I'm onto something. I'm onto something and they're trying to silence me. Anyway, what frustrates me about this is, and I knew this was going to happen, you know, at the start of the transfer window when you sign Weghorst and you're like, not happy about that. Not really happy about that. Should be doing better. João Felix is at Chelsea. Gakpo's at Liverpool. Not happy about that. But you go, maybe we'll get away with it. Maybe no one else will do something. And then what happened today? Arsenal sign a centre-back. Yesterday they signed Trossard. And you go, hold on a minute. Arsenal are no bigger than us when it comes to revenue or transfer pots or anything like that. And they've just got 2 players in. I'm jealous of Arsenal, basically. I'm jealous. That's what we should be doing. That's what a football club should be doing. A manager is exceeding expectation and is basically looking at the board and going, can you please help me out? You know, the squad's not big enough. Can you help me out? And the board's going, no. So I applaud Arsenal. I applaud Arsenal what they've done there. I think it's really, really intelligent. Have you seen Theo Hernandez rumour on Sport Bible, says Ramo? Well, he's a left back, so it makes no sense. More protests, me think, are coming, Mark, says Paul. Look, the protests or not, the club's up for sale, but we're never going to get this opportunity back. We're never going to get this January back, and it doesn't mean that we can't be angry about that. And the club's just not serious. And how ironic, we're playing Arsenal on Sunday, who've just bought 2 players and have a manager that has rebuilt that football club and is exceeding expectation. The only difference between us and Arsenal is Arsenal are serious about continuing to back Arteta in every transfer window. Like, he's been backed in every transfer window. Man United, well, we've spent £200 million on you. That's enough. We'll do some more in the summer. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Anyway, let's get on to Ten Hag's press conference because that's what we're here for. Obviously, he's been speaking to the press. This is what Erik Ten Hag had to say about January transfer windows, by the way. Let's put it up on the screen for you. So Erik Ten Hag on January signings. I think as Manchester United, you always have to look for solutions and you always have to look for better, and that's what we will do. That's what he said about that. And then he went on to say that we will be doing our research, and if there's an opportunity, we have to go for it. I mean, is that not a manager saying, I want signings in January? I mean, it's as clear as day to me. Absolutely clear as day that he wants players.